Okay, decided to try and tie in this front half just because I got it ready, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have the back half. It's all done. Um, let's get this composite loop in here and see what happens. Okay? Alright. So I have a composite loop. It's all ready to go. I've got a dubbing loop all waxed up and ready. Let's just go for it. Alright. Open up that dubbing loop. Reach over, grab your composite loop. Stick that bad boy in there. And get your thread all lined up where you need it to be. Get it on your tool. Now it's time to come in here and do a little tidying up before we spin it. So my hair is way too long. And my Predator wrap looks good. It's 50-50, and then my hair is going to be, I'm just pulling it right down to the ends. Now my ostrich and my crystal web are good. Now if I put my finger back in behind here and grab my pick, I can literally spread this out a little bit before I spin it, which does help things when they don't tend to bulk up when you do that. Alright. Okay, good. I think we're ready to spin. We got to make sure everything up here is out of the way. And it can tend to get in the way and get wrapped up into your composite loop, which is what we really don't want. So I'm just getting everything out of the way. If you hold it off onto a severe angle off to the front, it should help. Okay, here we go. If you lay that composite loop into the crease of your finger, just give her a good old spin. Pretty heavy duty. There she goes. Okay, you saw it spin. Now it's time to pick it out. Picking this out in the beginning, be light with it, be nice to it, be kind, and just work it to the point where it starts to open up. You'll see it, you'll feel it, you won't be as picky. All this stuff needs to come out. And whatever is falling out of the loop at this time, it didn't deserve to come to the party anyway. Alright, so I don't want to get too crazy with picking right here, because you're still in a little bit of a what I consider to be loose situation. Okay, so if you come in here and grab your toothbrush now and just kind of, you can feel with your toothbrush if you're still hooked up with some stuff. I can see a little bit there in the possum hair. Needs to come out. Starting to look good. There we go. Okay, now all this material came out. Okay, it's okay. Throw it in the garbage. Or use it again, whatever you want to do. I'm going to spin it again, but before I do, I'm going to take my toothbrush now, and I'm just going to come in here and make sure I fluff it all up. Make sure there's nothing trapped that shouldn't be at this point in time. And I'm going to give it another spin. Okay, another spin on my crease of my finger here. This first crease of your finger, lay that thread right in there and just spin it again. Okay, good. Now cat comb time. This is the real test to see if your composite loop is worthy. And once again, if it comes out in here, wasn't meant to go to the party. Alright, so we're going to just really get on there, because we don't want any materials trapped whatsoever. None. Okay? Alright, now what I'd like to do here is You can use a bowl and wet your fingers, but I don't do that. I put a napkin underneath my materials and fly and come in here with my composite loop juice, which is just water, folks. You wouldn't believe the people that ask me, what is composite loop juice? Oh my goodness, where did you get that? And how does that work? It's just water and I just spray it like this. See? See how that works? Oh yeah. Now it's a matter of finding the neutral point. And what do I mean by neutral point? If I pull up and it quits spinning, that's the neutral point. If I let down, see how it wants to go back in. If I pull up and it quits spinning, that's the neutral point at which it's bottomed out. Then I'm come in here and pinch, pull, and stroke. Pinch, pull, and stroke. Pinch, pull, stroke. Pinch, pull, and stroke. Okay? And I'm wanting to get that all to the rear. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just start wrapping it forward. And as you wrap it forward, remember you want it to remain tight. You want it to remain stroked in a backwards to the rear of the fly position. And you want it to be not on top of each other, but right in front of and next to each other. Okay? Here's a little trick. When your hook is getting in your way, you just hook it with your rubber band. And come in here and get it the heck out of the way. Alright, now, should have done that first. You're just pinch, pull, and stroke. Maintaining that same position as you go forward. Okay? Pinch, pull, and stroke. Pinch, pull, and stroke. Alright. Looking good. Pinch, pull, and stroke. You don't want to trap any materials. Trap materials do not undulate correctly, and we want everything to have the most optimum amount of possibility to have movement there is. Movement is key. Movement is a trigger. Movement produces fish. If I have a fly and it is moving like crazy, and you have a fly that is not moving like crazy, and the fish are in any kind of a finicky mode, I'll probably hook a few more than you do, or vice versa. Okay? Now, this particular composite loop was a little bit shy of its destination, so I need to cut that dubbing spinner out of there, come in here and secure the front of this with some wraps and a couple half hitches, because I am going to take and brush everything with my toothbrush forward now. Just brush the living crap right out of it. Okay? Forward. Everything. All material forward. Okay? Now backwards. Back to the back. Once again, don't be nice to it. If it wasn't designed for the party and it comes out, okay, that's alright. Now, this is an important part to even create more, I love this word, undulation. Okay? Come in here with your pick and you're just going to start making sure there's nothing trapped. And you're just picking through the whole fly. Okay? Don't get too deep because you don't want to grab a hold of that dubbing ball that's in there. But you can feel when your pick is getting hooked up. And get that baby in there. Okay? Now, when you have an issue, like I do, where there is movement here, see the movement? See this? Let me point it out to you. The space between the end of the composite loop and my cone needs to be filled. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to come in and I'm going to just spin some dubbing onto my thread and fill it. And it doesn't have to be a tight wrap here, and the reason being is we can kind of flare this out and create a little bit of a head on it. when this happens. And this is pretty, happens quite a bit when you are only tying a few flies a week. Your proportions don't get all as good as you'd like them to be. I may have had a little bit more space to begin with. Okay, so you see how that's working? I'm just taking that dubbing, spinning it on my thread, and I'm filling that gap with dubbing right now. It's really not the preferred thing to have happen, but when it does, this is the way to correct it. Okay, so if I come in here and I'm just wrapping all this dubbing with my 210 denier thread right behind that Kona copper cone head, half hitch, pinch, pull, half hitch, pinch, pull, half hitch, pinch, pull. There's 3 half hitches. That ain't going anywhere. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to test. See, I still got a little bit more movement. So instead of quitting right there and cutting it out, I'm going to add some more dubbing. I don't want the cone head to have movement. So if it has movement, just keep adding the dubbing in behind it. You're just going to pack it in there. Okay? You're just packing it right in there. Pack and pack and pack. It ain't going anywhere. Now, Jerry French teaches that you should probably take that cone head and push it back and build a thread bump in front of that cone head. That would work as well. I just think that this is a better fix. So, this is the way I do it. Half hitch. It ain't moving now. Okay. There's 3 half hitches. Good ones. I mean, they're tight. Okay. Now, let's take and cut this out. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my popsicle stick and just pick that dubbing out of there. Alright. This fly is ready to go to the blow dryer. Now, I hope this video downloads and you can see how we've done that. After it blow dries, it's pretty much going to come out looking like this one. But I'm thinking that you're hoping that you're getting the idea of the dirty hoe. Once again, I apologize for the quality of the videos and having to do it in parts, but we're going to get better at it, I promise. Okay? Alright. Don't want to have this video go too long, so I better get going. Tight lines, keep your gunpowder dry, and shoot straight. Alright, talk to you later.